Republican Senator Ted Cruz, who desperately wants to be the new leader of the Republican Party, came out swinging yesterday against Joe Biden, and it's a swing and a miss, to put it mildly. Cruz came out. Actually, it was Wednesday evening he came out and attacked Joe Biden for putting the United States back in the Paris climate agreements, which Donald Trump had pulled us out of. And Cruz tweeted out the following. He said, by rejoining the Paris climate agreement, President Biden indicates he's more interested in the views of the citizens of Paris than in the jobs of the citizens of Pittsburgh. This agreement will do little to affect the climate and will harm the livelihoods of Americans. That's right, because as we all know, the Paris Climate Accord is only for Paris. The rest of the world, in Cruz's warped little mind, is going to make the environment better. We're going to make the air cleaner, but all of that clean air gets to stay in Paris. That's apparently what's in the Paris Climate Agreement, according to Ted Cruz. And Pittsburgh, for some reason, is going to be the worst off of everyone. So we're going to take all the bad air, I guess, out of Paris, and we're going to send it over to Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, you have to laugh at things that are this stupid, because otherwise you're just going to go insane. Ted Cruz knows, right? He's pretending to be stupid. He's not genuinely stupid about what the Paris Climate Agreement says. But he got dragged on Twitter. He got dragged by AOC. He got dragged by, everyday people on Twitter. I jumped in, even though I'm not, big on Twitter, but I got in there a little bit. Seth Rogen, however, absolutely unloaded on Ted Cruz in a rant that, for censorship purposes, we can't really repeat here on this program, but you can easily find it online if you haven't already seen it. Seth Rogen absolutely went after Ted Cruz for being such an idiot, among other things. So Ted Cruz goes after Seth Rogen, but instead of tweeting his attack from the same Senator Ted Cruz Twitter account where he posted the original idiotic statement about the Paris Climate Accord, which, by the way, this guy wants to talk about being unfair to Pennsylvania. You literally just tried to undo Pennsylvania's Electoral College votes. Like, do you not see the irony in that? Like, oh, what about poor Pennsylvania? Yeah, Ted, what about Pennsylvania? You're the one who didn't want their votes to count, you jackass. Anyway, Seth Rogen goes after him. Ted Cruz switches to his regular Ted Cruz Twitter account, which actually has more followers than his Senate account. And he said, charming, civil, educated response, Seth Rogen. If you're a rich, angry Hollywood celebrity, today's Dems are the party for you. If you're blue collar, if you're a union member, if you work in energy or manufacturing, not so much. Hashtag jobs matter. Whew. I didn't think you could get dumber than your first tweet there. But you did. You really did. If you're blue collar, Democrat Party is not for you. Really? Like, since when have the Republicans ever been the party of blue collar workers? All you do is lie to them and tell them that if we cut taxes for their bosses, somehow the money's going to trickle down to them. That's the lie you've been selling to blue collar workers for 40 years. If you're a union member, the Democratic Party's not for you. Are you frickin' kidding me? Are you frickin' kidding me, Ted? Your party is the one that's been passing these right-to-work laws state after state, basically destroying labor unions. Reagan, the model of all modern Republicans, is the one who came in, busted up the unions, and by doing so destroyed the middle class in America in a way that where it has never bounced back. We have never gotten back to the point where we were at. The income disparity between those at the top and the workers has grown exponentially, getting wider and wider all the time. And it all stems back to Ronald Reagan coming in, instituting trickle-down economics, lying to the blue-collar workers, and destroying the unions. And sure, a lot of rich celebrities call themselves Democrats. They're members of the Democratic Party. Hell, a lot of them performed at Biden's inauguration. But here's the thing, Ted Cruz. And I don't think you understand this, and I think it's high time you do. When you pick a fight with somebody like Seth Rogen, You're in a position of power. You're in a position of influence. You're also a multimillionaire, by the way. So stop that line of, oh, we're working class. Dude, your wife makes so much freaking money. Like, you're millionaires. So shut up with that blue collar crap. That's never been you. You went to an Ivy League school, for God's sakes. So anyway, all of that. Now, Ted Cruz decides to fight with Seth Rogen. Ted Cruz has his position of power, a certain maturity level he has to maintain. Seth Rogen, being an actor, and not exactly he's more of a lowbrow actor with his comedy, his humor and all that, which is totally fine. I enjoy it. But see, Seth Rogen's a guy that actually has nothing to lose in a fight like this. Okay? It's not like he's going to lose voters. It's not like he's going to lose viewers on his movies. People actually, kind of like his humor. You, on the other hand, Ted Cruz, you have to maintain a sense of decorum because you are a sitting United States Senator. You can't get down and dirty with Seth Rogen in the way that I know you would like to. And that eats you up inside. That's what pisses you off the most, Ted Cruz, because Seth Rogen can fight dirty. And I think the thing that these Republicans need to realize when they start fighting with these Hollywood types, and why the Hollywood types always seem to win these fights, is because they have nothing to lose. And when you have nothing to lose, you can fight longer, you can fight harder, and you can fight dirtier because it doesn't matter for you. You have nothing to lose, but Ted Cruz does. Because of his office, because he has to go out there and run another campaign, he can't get profane. He can't engage in the kinds of name-calling, proper name-calling, by the way, that Seth Rogen did engage in. I don't disagree with anything Rogen said about Ted Cruz. But that's why you don't pick on somebody that has nothing to lose. Because they're going to win every time. Because they can fight to the finish, and you can't. But here's the thing. If we really want to address the issue here, if we really want to address the jobs, right? Because he says hashtag jobs matter. Okay, let's talk about the jobs then. You're worried about energy jobs going away if the United States rejoins the Paris Climate Agreement. Okay? That's not what's going to happen, but sure. Okay, let's pretend for a second that's a legitimate claim, even though you know it's not, I know it's not, we all know it's not. What if there was some kind of deal? A new deal. A green New Deal, really, that pledged to invest billions of dollars in worker training programs that would take the workers from the dirty energy industry and retrain them, and the government would pay for all of it, and retrain them to move them into the renewable energy sector. Would that ease your concerns about it, Ted? Because if your only concern really and truly is jobs, American jobs being lost, there is a plan for that. There have been plans for that. There have been multiple different plans for that. Hell, at one point during her campaign back in 2016, even Hillary Clinton had a $30 billion jobs training program to move workers from dirty energy to renewable energy. No jobs lost, a net gain in a more sustainable environment, a cleaner environment. But facts don't matter to Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz has to get his idiotic talking points out, even if it means getting dragged on social media by everybody from his co-workers to Hollywood celebrities, because that is exactly what happened to Ted Cruz this week.